Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome to Very Biased Opinions. Welcome to a Very Biased Opinions live stream. It is just me. Sorry for being a couple of minutes late. You wouldn't believe it. Well, you probably would have, I told you, but I was speaking away to myself, thinking, why is nobody here? And it was because I hadn't turned the stream on. So yeah, good start to the show. As you know, I think there's one person in the chat at the moment. I don't know if you could do me a little favour. That one person, if you could say hello, first of all, hello, welcome, and tell me if my audio sounds okay. I'm going to have a quick listen now. And see what it sounds like. And see if it's actually on. Yeah, it does. It sounds alright. I sound okay. I don't sound silly either way, so that's a good start for me. And as I was saying, I'll wait for a few more people to come in before I put the Oxford United team news up on the screen. And there are a few. David, thank you very much, David. Good man. I'll wait for a couple more minutes before put the Oxford United team news up on the screen. Obviously, there are some changes from what happened on Tuesday night against Wimbledon, and Plymouth have made some changes as well. We'll go over all that in a little bit. But as I was saying, it is a must-win game for Oxford United, and as you probably know that as well as I do, you can finally say that statement without it being a silly statement that people like to throw around after like 20 games. Oxford simply have to win today. They simply have to win the remaining 3 games if they've got any chance of getting into the playoffs. At the moment, we do have a game going on which is 1-0 to Portsmouth, which isn't very good. Oh, hey, David, I don't know about that. We'll see. But thank you anyway. Stick with it. Stick with us here. Which is currently 1-0 to Portsmouth, which doesn't help us a lot. But that was against Bristol Rovers, and it looks like that is actually going to relegate Rovers out of League 1 back into League 2. So shocking season for them, really. But hopefully they can nick an equaliser and do us a bit of a favour on their way down. But it does not look like it. They don't look like they've got any fight left in them at all, which is not good for us. But what can you do? Other than that, I don't really think I've got too much to say. I'm still kind of feeling it after what happened on Tuesday night. It was a bit of a sucker punch, wasn't it? It was all looking so good after 3 wins and 1-0 up. It was all looking like it was going to be a nice quality evening. And we're going to be thinking about how we're going to be in the playoffs at the end of the season. But that all changed within 4 minutes. And now we seemingly got a bit of a mountain to climb. David, I think there might be 1 or 2 other Plymouth fans that join us. But I will ask you now, if you are still in here, what happened on Tuesday night to you guys? You took a bit of a beating. And are we going to see a reaction from Plymouth today? I know they've made some changes. And are we going to see a Plymouth side out for revenge, looking to end Oxford's season once and for all and put it to bed? I hope not, but I would be surprised if those players haven't had a bit of a kick in from Ryan Lowe this week, and we'll be looking for a bit of revenge, as I said. So what I'm going to do right now is I am going to put Oxford's team sheet up on the screen. And as you can see, there are changes afoot. You can see that the big weird one for me, right, and this is straight off the bat, is that Brannigan is in the side, and it looked like he wasn't going to play all week. They were saying he's not going to play, and then he plays. So I'm not sure what the state is with Alex Goran. It's really weird how he is not playing again. He's not been in the side for such a long time now. I don't really understand what the state of play is with Alex Goran. But it's the usual back 5 with Brannigan in front of them. Sykes in midfield along with Elliot Lee. Shadipo carries on the left despite him being in terrible form. Aggy does get a start up front. Good to see Daniel Adgington up there. Hopefully he has a great game and a great impact. Otherwise Carl Robinson will give him the hook almost straight away, you would imagine. And Matty Taylor up there as well. No Winnell on the bench. Surprise, surprise. Another little slight knock for him. And it's a kind of a negative Oxford United bench, really. But I don't think Robinson's got much choice in that mind. But for me, I'm not sure I would have played I'm not sure I would have played Shadipo in this one. I think we could have gone with... I mean, obviously, I'm going to guess Goran isn't that fit. Otherwise, he would have played him. But I would have thought that you could have played Goran. You could have played Brannigan in the up higher with Sykes. You could have played Agi on the left. You could have carried on Lee on the right, who had a very good game against Wimbledon, I thought. Although, maybe putting him in the middle is not the bad thing. But that just would have been my way of going about it. I'm a little bit worried that we might be... I mean, we have tried this before, haven't we, having Lee in the middle? And I'm not sure if it was Gillingham or I'm not sure it was Accrington. I think it was Accrington, wasn't it? And it although he scored, it didn't work that well. It was... it was one where we got very overran in midfield, and I'm hoping that doesn't happen again today. I know... why is Shadipo? Yeah, I know, Joe. Hi, Joe, by the way. Thanks for coming in. I know, I was just saying that. I'm a little bit surprised myself. Obviously, Barker's not fit, but I would have not played Shadipo and maybe used him from the bench as an impact sub, because I just think that I'm not going to slag him off because I like the guy, but I think he's had a good season for us, but he's not playing well at the moment, and it's just maybe a little bit maybe a bit jaded after a long season, and maybe he'd be better off as an impact sub. But what do I know? What do I know compared to the immortal Carl Robinson on these things? Right, Plymouth. There is our Pilgrims team sheet. David, you can have the floor on this one. Obviously, Jeff Cott and Camera are the two guys that scored against Oxford when we beat them 3-2 earlier on at Home Park in the season. Jeff Cott is obviously the main man, the main goal-scoring threat, but it is a few changes to this Plymouth side. I'm copying this off Twitter, by the way, so this isn't my own knowledge. But it made me look good, won't it? It'll make me look great. So, Will Ameson is injured. Kel Watts, Lewis McLeod, and Ryan Hardy drop down to the substitutes bench. Byron Moore, Tyrese Fornar, Niall Ellis, and Jerome Opoku come into the starting lineup. They like to normally play three at the back, so I'm not sure if that changes Ryan Lowe's plans at all with all those... I'm not sure whether we see a change of formation, but with Oxford only playing one up front, he might see it as not really the time to do three centre-backs, but we will see. Plymouth don't really have anything to play for. It's been a good season for them, but like a lot of sides, and Oxford including, it's been a bit up and down, and there's been times where they've been flirting with the playoffs and look like they could get in there, and times where they've had really bad runs of form as well. But for a first season back in League One, the main objective is normally just to stabilise, and on that regard, they've had a good season. So I'm glad that they're staying up. I'll always like the Green Army, and next season when we've got fans back, they should bring a good following to the Kassam Stadium. They usually do. Hello, PJ. Welcome to the stream. Not many of us in there yet. Only 8, but I'm sure it'll build as we go on. As I say, it's just me again today. Thomas cannot be with us. He is working, so feel free to go anywhere near Oxford Brookes University Sports Centre and give him a hello and tell him to buck his ideas up and get back onto these live streams. He's letting the side down. But I'll do my best to power on through on my own in this one, and I'm hoping for a good game of football. When we thought the season was over last time against Crewe, and you won't like to hear this, David, so cover your ears. The last time we thought season over was against Crewe. We rattled in 6 goals past them, and it gave everyone a big lift, and it put us back in the playoff mix. So hopefully now we will see something similar. Hopefully while the pressure's maybe off Oxford a little bit, they can just go out and play. If we do lose, hey, it's a loss. What can we do? And I'll tell you what, Robert Allen, good to see you, sir. I'll tell you what, this might be the last live stream I do of the season. If Oxford do lose, I might not do the one. I might not do the one next weekend. I'll probably do the last game of the season just because it's a bit fun. But I might give that Shrewsbury game a miss. Simon, watching Premier League. Who's playing? Who's playing in the Premier League darts? Van Gerwen? Is it a bit of Whitlock? Is it a bit of that guy who's jacked like me? Jacked. Who's playing in there? I'd like to know. But good that you've got the Premier League darts on. What is everyone else watching? Let me know. Did anybody watch the Liverpool game? I didn't watch it myself, but I did see Joe Willock slam in that equaliser, which was quite funny, I must admit. But for a few of you just coming in, that is Oxford's lineup back on the screen now. Kickoff's only a couple of minutes away. Let me know your thoughts on the team. Obviously, Robinson had to juggle the pack. The biggest thing for me is, why is Alex Goran not in that starting lineup? What is going on there? Is there more than meets the eye? David Healy's watching snooker. I watched Ronnie go out last night. My God, that was a good game. But yeah, I haven't watched any of it today. Who's playing? Let me know. Yeah, what is going on with Goran? He must clearly be a hell of a lot more injured, and Robinson's letting on, because every week it's a bit of the old Lee Steele of he's not quite there, he's not quite there, he's not quite there. Yes, Rob Hall is on the bench. Winnall, not surprisingly, has taken another knock to his knee, so it is going to be Robbie Hall on the bench. But as I always say, you might as well just put bloody 6 subs, because Robinson would more likely just play with 10 men than play Robbie Hall in a league game. That is not my opinion of Robbie Hall. I like the guy. That is what Combat Carl has to say about him, I'm sure. But so that's Oxford's lineup. Yes, I've talked about it. I got some question marks over it. I'm not sure Shodipo should have started. I would have liked to have seen Goran start. But what can you do about it? We are about to... All the talking will soon be ending, and we take both team sheets off. We are rolling round to start in this game. We have got Plymouth Argyle in white. Oh my God, it's all going wrong already. Whoa, look at the size of them. Whoa. Carl Robinson must be envious that Oxford can't play in white. But we are moments away from kickoff in this one, and as I move my chat to a different window, I can concentrate fully on this Oxford game with hopefully, yeah, all looks good. We've got 9 of you in there. If anyone hasn't smashed that, hey John, yeah, up the posh. I go 100% along with that. Hope you win today. If anybody has not hit that like button, hit that like button. And we started, and Plymouth are off and rocking. Oh God, it looks windy out there today. That held up in the wind. But Aggie straight on the ball straight away, causing mischief, and Oxford have got the ball from that kickoff. The old-fashioned just try and punt it down to the wing didn't really work, and Oxford are back away. TJ Simpson, you crazy nutcase. Right, TJ Simpson's already started the ball rolling with a £10 super chat. You are an absolute hero to this channel. We thank grateful for everything that you do to us, PJ. Thank you very much. If anybody... Oh, Simon, you're absolutely right. But if anybody else would like to super chat, you can be very grateful. All goes towards contributing to help keep this channel going. But obviously, I'm more than happy for you to just sit there and listen to me talk. But if you could hit that like button as well, that would help. Oxford with Aggie, edge of the box. Tried to play a ball through, but Plymouth clear, and they can bring it away. But Shodipo gets stuck in there. Well done there, and Brannigan can mop it up. Gives it back to Shodipo. He's got a chance to run one-on-one with a fullback. He overkicks it, but he should be able to keep that in. He does, and fullback does well to get back. But Shodipo has won a first corner. Simon Wilkinson, we're in what everybody. You look like freaking giants from the waist up. I must say, it is, apart from that goalie, looks like a midget compared to them. But love the graphics. Thank you, Matt. I put like at least 5 minutes of effort into those graphics. And welcome, Grandstand Bedders. How you doing, buddy? No, I'll tell you, Dave. I'll explain the thing in what. This will bore everybody, but I will explain. There's a reason why I say about the white. Right, cross came in. Free header for Oxford. Oh, and Rob. Oh, what a chance. What a chance straight away. Rob Dickey coming in there with a free header. Poor marking from Plymouth. All over the shop there, and he's guided his header wide. No one on the posts, so that would have gone in. Oh, what a chance straight away for Oxford. David, very quickly, to explain my running joke, which is funny to me and me alone. Carl Robinson said earlier on in the season he likes it when sides play white because it makes them look bigger. And that is what he said, and he wasn't drunk when he said it, or high. So I thought it was the stupidest thing ever, and so I always just comment in on it every time. So, oh my God, they look like giants. That's why I say it. Yes, I know, I'm a comic genius. But Plymouth had their first chance to get the ball forward, and bringing it down outside, just knocking it around nicely. I mean, I think this should be a pretty open game. It'll help Oxford, the fact that Plymouth... I mean, we really struggled against Gillingham last week with that Gillingham playing that long ball tactic. Oxford didn't deal with it very well at all, and struggled with it when Wimbledon mixed it up, really, when they tried to do that. But Plymouth, I think, will try and play a lot more football, which I think will help Oxford. I think both sides will enjoy that. And it should be a pretty open game as Plymouth come and attack down the right. Ball into the box, headed away nicely by Cam, Andrea Pirlo, Brannigan, and but not cleared fully, and Plymouth can bring it forward again. Let's put another little thing up on the screen, which may help me. It may help me, because one thing I'm going to say, I'm bloody useless when it comes to those players' names, so I'm going to try and sort that out. So I've got something on there that will help me see the Plymouth players' names, if anything else. What do we got then here? Yeah, I take it, Robert, that Bristol Rovers are down and they lost. They didn't do us a favour. Alex, I mean, we've just had another super chat. I'll get to it in just a second. There's not that many to read through before we get there. Right, here goes Shodipo. Chance to run. Go on, Shodipo. Go on, son. Yes, I think that sums up his form over the last few weeks. Tried to do a step over, bobbled it around his knee and went out for a throw into Plymouth. So Bristol Rovers are officially down. Shocking season for them. Didn't do us any favours against Pompey. So Pompey got themselves back in that playoff mix. Yes, they are giants. Rob Dickey, yeah. Did I say? Oh my God, I've done it already, have I? Rob Atkinson. Yeah, there we go. It's a good start. That's another thing you'll find on this stream if you're new. I will get teams and players wrong all the way through. If you are drinking, maybe have a sip of drink for that one. But Rob Atkinson, not Rob Dickey. Yeah, thanks, Kip. Well, and thank you for coming in here. It's good to see you, buddy. Alex Christo. Oh, I'm sorry, Alex Christo Delulu, loving the streams, really helped me getting through these matches while at work, and now inspired. Oh, nice, man. That's fantastic to hear. Have you got your own YouTube channel? If you have, put your link down in the description, and put it in link to one of my videos. We'll definitely go check it out and support your channel, because good for you, man. It's the hardest thing to do is start it. As Oxford come to the edge of the box with Elliot Lee trying to play it. It was good work by Aggie in the build-up to that. Gets back to Aggie. No doubt he's going to try and run into the box here. Gets wide. Aggie does really well. Shodipo on a chance for Shodipo. And again, earlier on in the season, you feel he would have buried that header. Probably not his strongest suit, heading. But Aggie, again, working really well. Cut back, found a good cross. Oxford with plenty of bodies in there. Good start for Oxford. But Shodipo's header was very weak and tame and just went wide. And crisis over from a Plymouth point of view. Yeah, wasn't very good by Shodipo. Is Barger Barger? Simon Barger? Who's that? Barker. There we go. Yes. As I've just seen, Hull have taken the lead against Lincoln. That will actually get Hull up and promoted today. Not really much of a surprise there. Barker is out. He's not fit, not past fit again, and probably we might see him for like one of the final two games, but I would be surprised if he's even risked even for that. Certainly, if Oxford haven't got lose today or draw today and they've got no chance of getting into playoffs, really, I'd be surprised if they will risk him for the final two games. So, bit of a shame. He was a real live wire, wasn't he? He was he added a very different dimension to this Oxford attack, and we have missed him. But we have to make do without him. So close. Hull winning. Yeah. Hang on. Oxford on the edge of the box. Chance for Sykes. Good shot, but straight at the keeper. Fast start for Oxford here. Already had 3 pretty decent chances to score. That one probably just a bit of a long shot from Sykes, but good effort from Sykes. It's nice that he got a shot on target and didn't just blaze it over into the car park, but encouraging signs for OUFC. Hull are winning. Would you take Shodipo on loan next season? I don't know. I mean, possibly. I wouldn't hate it. I just think maybe I'd look to see if we could get somebody better. There we go. Political answer there. So if you want to be controversial, no, probably not. Sunderland are winning. Rob Davidson in with breaking news. Sunderland are winning. Who are they playing? They're playing Accrington, aren't they? Yeah. So yeah, they would have backed themselves to win that one. Although I think I put that one down for a 1-1 draw. So go on, Aki. Oxford playing nicely, actually. Playing nice football so far. Gets the ball out to Adji. He's got a chance to kick and Ray glides past the fullback there. No trouble. Into the box. Dan Adji, fullback, does really well. Gets back and gets a good challenge and goes out for a corner. Yes, please do, Alex. Yep, please do. Please do. We'll support your chat. We'll support your videos, mate. No worries about that. Yeah, good run from Adji there. Another corner for Oxford. Last time from these corners, they didn't do a very good job of marking. So hopefully same again. Delivery in there. Pretty much over hit, but Moore is free at the back. It's put into another, and again, another chance goes begging. This time it's Adji, excuse me, under a bit of pressure. But Elliot, very nicely well-worked corner there. And Elliot Moore pulled into space at the back from Elliot to Elliot. Headed back into a good area, and Adji should have done better. Should have done better with that. Maybe it was a touch too high for him. Maybe if he was wearing white, he would have been a bit taller. But he just couldn't get over the ball and head it down. But again, good start for Oxford United. Hopefully, this isn't going to be one where we get sucker punched on Plymouth's first attack. But so far, so good for us in terms of controlling the game. We just got to sort of put one in the onion bag. Freddie, I take it you're a Plymouth fan. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, is that a weakness? Is it for Plymouth? Been poor from set pieces. It's one of those. It's like it goes around in sort of cycles, doesn't it? You kind of Oxford. I feel we're pretty decent from set pieces, but then you'll get like a run of games where we're like pretty shoddy and we'll concede goals from them. So it was always a funny old thing. But from those first two, yeah, it looks like definitely some. It looks like marking's optional from the Plymouth defenders from what I've seen so far. Hey, Jonathan, I'm glad you're here, mate. Jonathan Heref, great goal for Posh. Peterborough winning, good. We want to see Peterborough win. I need to win my bet. I just need Hull to fuck up against Lincoln today. We're finding a lot of space. Yeah, we are doing a good job. Clark Harris for Peterborough. Jonathan, good to see you, my friend. I wanted to talk to you about Wycombe. Is the Great Escape? Is it on? Is that music firmly being played in the Wycombe changing rooms? Because I tell you what, and I know it's this funny what's it called, banter between Oxford and Wycombe fans, but I would love it if you guys stayed up. I really would. I think it'd be great. Relegated without a ball kicked in most people's eyes, and I'd love it if you proved the doubters wrong. Right, Sam Long with a rangy run across midfield, plays it to Rob Atkinson, who also tries to bring it out. Ruffles cuts it. What is it? Defenders just bombing through this Plymouth lineup. Eventually, Plymouth win the ball back and win the throw-in. What are your thoughts on the British Super League with Rangers and Southwick joining you? A British Super League, Alex. I think that's a hornet's nest that you'll be kicking at if we start this one. But I personally wouldn't, obviously, like most people, I'm not going to be a fan of a closed shop Super League. But I would I wouldn't be against Rangers and Celtic coming in to the English Football League and a few other Scottish teams as well. I think it could be an interesting dynamic, and I think it could be a dynamic that Scottish football kind of needs. Gillingham are winning. Who are Gillingham playing, Rob? I should be keeping updated with this. Conor Grant won the EFL trophy for March for that great goal versus MK Dons. Okay. It's always on. Yeah, okay. I'm sure you were saying that at some points of the season. But yeah, you've hit form at the right time, and great to see the Beast smash in a penalty. Although every time I do see a Wycombe penalty, it does bring back some pretty sour memories. I must say I'm still bitter. Playing around with it a little bit. Terrible ball by Sykes. But Sam Long's turned it into a pretty good ball. And Oxford have found a way out. And a long ball over the top now, which you can do with the likes of Aggie. Aggie running in behind the fullback, and is he going to foul him? Aggie doing great again. His hold-up play has been superb for the last few games, and to say, like a lot of people, I wish he would have started more matches. I think he could have started instead of Shadipo for a lot of these games, but Robinson doesn't seem to see it, does it? It's already being rumoured, but the name is misleading by all accounts. It would be just adding Scottish club. I wouldn't be against that at all. I wouldn't be against Gillingham playing Northampton. Okay, not really a big surprise. Northampton would need the win in that one, but Gillingham at home, tough side. Yeah, I wouldn't be against as Plymouth win a free kick. Good hold up play there, win a free kick, and they're no interest in doing what Gillingham did last week. They're straight away playing football, as many people would say, the right way, rather than just bombing it in from a. Oh god, that was hard to watch at times last week. Thank God we got the win in the end. But here comes Brannigan. Very open match, isn't it? Brannigan, loads of space in that midfield. Oxford seemingly got runners all over the place. Brannigan with loads of time to pick a ball into the box. Don't actually think I've seen Matt Taylor. Great volley, but miles over the bar. Haven't actually seen Matt Taylor touch the ball yet, has he? Considering all this attacking play that we've had. But that goal was so... was it really? Your keeper won the penalty. That's really classic. Simon, I don't really follow darts that much. I've always liked it. I don't follow it too much, but I know the players, and I was more of it back when I was a bit younger. I used to be a big, although a lot of people didn't like him. I used to like Phil the Power Taylor quite a lot. What's Robert saying? He said, Robert, you're normally anti everything. How can you be for? How can you be for? So you're normally against every single idea ever. Any change is. You don't even like Oxford wearing an away kit. You're that resistant to change. But for some reason he'd like the Scottish clubs to come in. He's mad. Right, again, for the first time today, Plymouth press Oxford and force a mistake. Brannigan tried to turn and ended up giving away a foul, and it gives Plymouth a chance to load a ball into the box. And I'm just going to say quickly to everybody, how many people we got in here? 17 at the moment. If you can hit that like button, that will help so much. Please do. It's the first time today I will haul myself out for likes. It helps us a lot and gets it out to more people. So if you can just hit that like button, that'll help a lot. Ball into the box. Crappy ball in, headed away, and Oxford with an opportunity to break through Elliot Lee. He's got runners behind him, but very, very, very good bit of tracking back, and he bundles Lee off the ball, and Plymouth have the ball again and can start attacking again. Dwelt on it a bit too more there. Well, that's true. That is true. Good response. Good bit of work by Plymouth. Got down the side, chance to cross. Although he dwelt on it. Although he's got the better... Don't foul him there, Sykes. Plymouth in the area. And oh my... What happened there? The sun kind of got in my eyes a little bit there. But it was Plymouth's number 17, I think. It was Moore who got the better of Sykes, who really didn't do a very good job defending that. He looked like he'd won the ball, and then he got turned again, which was really poor. He got into the area. Not a great cross, but not a very good clearance by Rob Atkinson. It just came back out to Moore, and he headed it from a tight angle against the post, but it looked like that was just going to loop in with Stevens stranded on the ground there. Aspinall 4 legs to 3. Okay. Yep. Good stuff. MK Dons are winning. Okay. Settled down a bit now, hasn't it? Oxford, Plymouth have come into the last 5 or 6 minutes a lot more. Good bit. And Oxford, after that fast start with nothing to show for it, Plymouth will maybe start building into this game. But Oxford still trying to press, win that ball back, which is good. Not letting Plymouth play out from the back, which is good to see. Sykes putting the pressure on. Taylor putting the pressure on the keeper. But keeper's done well. Cooper's got it clear. Brannigan can't win that header in midfield, though. And Plymouth have got a little bit of a break on here. And again, number 21, he's got clear. Who's number 21? Oh, I'll come back to it in a second. Plymouth get into the penalty area now. Running at Sam Long with pace. Chance. Great block by Elliot Moore. That was a really good run into the penalty area, but it's not cleared yet. Plymouth keep it alive. They still keep it alive on the edge of the box, and still they get it out wide now. Oxford's really got working hard to keep this ball out of the net, really. Everybody kind of putting the last-ditch challenges in. A good ball in again, but cleared away. I think that was by Ruffles maybe that time. Taylor working hard to push it back, but Plymouth still keeping the pressure on, keeping the ball. And Oxford needed to be on their mettle there. That was a really good chance from I think it was Law cutting in from their left-hand side, Oxford's right, and they had a good opportunity to shoot at goal. And it was a great block by Elliot Moore, and definitely signs. If you couldn't get a more clear sign that Plymouth have grown into this game and improved. And they're a decent side. And Oxford have got to be ready for the counter attacks when they come. But good bit of battling there. Gets the ball back to Stevens, and maybe it's Oxford's turn to maybe weather the storm and start their own bit of pressure from the back now. Yep, we saw that, Robs. Charlton losing to Posh. That's a good result for Oxford. Means nothing unless we can win here today, though. Especially with Pompey getting that win. But quite interesting. And we do win today. It'd be quite nice to sit back on Tuesday night and just watch everybody else battle it out and not have to go through the dread of watching Oxford. Elliot Moore with a chance to run out from the back. He plays a bit of a hospital ball into Ruffles, but he just about keeps it and then nearly overruns it. And all that play just to pass the ball back to Brannigan. And now it's Ruffles again. Massively out of position, so Sykes has to come in and cover there. At left back, Ruffles again carrying on his run. Looks like he's not going to win this one though. Defender comes across. Ruff keeping the pressure on. Oxford keeping the pressure on, but now Plymouth can finally clear. But Oxford again make a mess of getting on the ball, and Plymouth can break it away, and it's Plymouth who win the throw-in on the halfway line. A couple of times there where Oxford have just from long clearances from Plymouth. Oxford have made a bit of a poor job of getting that first ball. Brannigan in the first instance, and then Elliot Moore just then getting the ball stuck under his feet. MK Dons 1, Swindon Town 0. Oh dear, Swindon. Oh dear. All the momentum that you had from that win, a great win over Portsmouth, isn't going that way today so far against MK Dons. Oh, I tell you, Plymouth lively players up front there, aren't they? I tell you, was that I can't see. Was that Camera? Was it a Puku? Absolutely brilliant turn. I think it was either Atkinson or Moore. He completely turned him, but spun him behind. It's just a tight angle, and all he could do was try and slide it across. But it was easy for Stevens. But Plymouth looking very threatening so far. I haven't really had a chance to test Stevens, although that shot that was blocked was a good effort, I'm sure. But Rob Atkinson now, Rob Dickey as I like to call him, bringing the ball out from the back. Taylor coming very deep. Don't like to see you there, Matty Taylor, to try and get a touch of the balls. Taylor again in the midfield. Plays a nice ball out to Shadipo, but it looks quite congested in there now. Plymouth doing a better job of getting bodies around Oxford. Oxford moving the ball quickly, but not really going anywhere. It's with Elliot Lee. Again, it's all very... And then one crappy pass comes and Oxford are right back in their own half again. But yeah, it's Plymouth have definitely got their foothold in this game now. And Oxford are not finding the space that we found early on in the game. A couple of shoddy passes are coming into Oxford's play as well. And they're doing a lot better job at getting bodies around Oxford, making it difficult to get through the thirds. Which would be an encouraging sign for you Plymouth fans in there, I'm sure. But I'm hoping that Oxford can get the first goal in this game, and it might just deflate those Pilgrim sales a little bit. Brannigan again, another long run from an Oxford player, but all he can do is really go sideways. Long ball into the box though. Oh, that's got to be a foul on the keeper, surely. Is it given? No, it's not given. Right, Oxford have got the ball with Ruffles. Sorry, I thought that would be a foul on the goalie. I'm listening to it on mute on iFollow, by the way, so that's why I can't hear the commentary. But Aggie hasn't really had a touch in the last few minutes. But does again, brilliant from Aggie. Turns his man. He's running one-on-one now. Got to get a chance to get a cross in. Plays it back out to Brannigan. Brannigan, decent ball into the middle. But it's wedded away by Plymouth with Oxford again with plenty of bodies in there. Shadipo, chance to shoot from the edge of the box, but it doesn't get enough curl on it. Again, earlier on in the season, those were the ones that Shadipo was putting in to the bottom or top corner, but not got the shooting boots, not got the accuracy on as of late, but better move from Oxford. Really long raking ball which came in. I think it was Sykes who went in for a challenge with Cooper. Very brave work by Cooper there. I'm not sure if he took like a kick in the face or on the body, but he did well. I'm surprised it wasn't given as a foul against him. And Oxford, again, a good bit of pressure by Oxford. They needed that after Plymouth had put us under a bit of the pump for the last few minutes. Have Oxford won a bit of cheap possession now? I think they have. They won a cheap corner. Ryan Law is amazing. He's only 21, just returned. Oh, okay, cool. That one run he did was very impressive so far, and he made a good challenge earlier on, didn't he? Getting back on Aggie when Aggie looked like he had the beating of him. So far, so good for him. What is the tiebreaker if Oxford, Portsmouth, and Blackpool end up all tied? Goal difference is the first tiebreaker, Matt. Right, ball into the box. Oxford, I think Atkinson was in there, but Plymouth looked like they're going to clear this one. Yeah, Ruffles can only kick it out for a goal kick. Better defending that time by Plymouth on that one. So I don't believe you that they can't defend set pieces. You're lying to me. False sense of security. I don't know what if in the unlikely scenario that all three sides ended up on the same goal difference, I would not have a clue what the measuring stick is then for who goes into the playoffs. Maybe they'd bring out some points per game thing. Maybe they'd bring out goals scored. Who knows? But good question, Matt. Does anyone know that, by the way? If you can put that down. If anyone knows that, that'll be interesting to know. What, you're losing? I take it you're losing, Jonathan. I've got the scores up. Cardiff are winning. Yeah, don't give up the hope yet. That's been Wickham's mantra all years. Just bloody, certainly of late, pulling it out of the fire last minute. Okay, cross from Plymouth into the box, all the way across the face of goal. A bobbling cross there, which no one seemed to want to deal with, and luckily it went all the way through to Sammy Long, and he cleared it out for a throw in to Plymouth, near the Oxford, midway inside the Oxford half. Cardiff and women. Borough one up against them. Derby. Derby have been terrible. They might get away with it just this season, just because Rotherham can't win a game. But Derby have been shocking, and makes you think that Rooney appointment, was it really the right thing to do? Maybe they'd have been better off him just being a player and getting a proper manager in. Goals scored, then goals again. Right, yeah. Right, good move by Plymouth. Great bit of football. In behind Oxford once again, but the cross isn't great, and it's easily cleared by Atkinson. But they are carving Oxford open down the flanks at the moment and getting some opportunities to get balls into that box. It's not sure it's the fullback's fault or whether they're not getting a lot of help from Aggie or Shadipo back there at the moment, but they're certainly getting a lot of joy down either flanks. And no, we don't like to see that. We don't like to see that. Is that a foul? Another good turn. Yeah, could have been given. Maybe he went over a little easy. But all danger averted, and Oxford can play out from the back. And they do straight away. Jack Stevens plays it straight to Brannigan. Do you think Pompey are in with a shot? Well, of course, yeah, they are. I think they've still got they've got a game in hand over us. Right, long ball over the top. Elliot Lee running in behind, but easily cleared. But a good bit of play. Gets Oxford up the field with a throw in. They got a game in hand over us, haven't they? I think maybe Charlton have got a game in hand over them. So it still all comes down to Charlton ballsing it up a bit. But Pompey will have the same chain of thought as Oxford. Is all they could do is win the games and see where it leads you at the end of it. And they certainly made a good start today. Terrible challenge by Elliot Lee there. Should be booked for that. Plymouth come forward. They probably maybe would have been better off with the free kick, although they would have moaned either way. But yeah, Elliot Lee will be booked for that. Great ball out wide, Evan Brannigan trying to play Aggie in, but it runs out of play for a throw to the Pilgrims. Surely Derby need to get rid of Rooney. Well, we'll see, won't we? Maybe they'll like the fact that it gives them a bit of prestige. I always wonder if Oxford went up instead of Wigan. Don't know. I don't know about mid-table in the Championship. It would have been an interesting one, wouldn't it? It would have been interesting if we would have been able to keep hold of Rob Dickey. It would have been interesting to see what sort of budget we would have had to compete in the Championship. I think we would have been in a very similar position to Wickham, if I'm honest. We might have done slightly better, but I would have been amazed if Oxford would have been right down the bottom of trying to avoid relegation all season, a bit like Wycombe really. I just don't think the strength in depth was there more than anything else. Rock bottom with 12 points. I missed something there. You'll have to fill me in. Right, free kick for Oxford United. On the edge of the box out wide. A chance to get this ball in and test that Plymouth back line. And maybe we can get a cheap goal here because we bloody need it, because it looks like Plymouth are going to score in this game. But Lee is over it. The usual suspects are up from the back. They're not doing that stupid little love train thing that they like to do, which I'm not a big fan of, to be honest. Let's see what Oxford can get. Ball in. Whipped in. Goal! Goal for Oxford. Looks like an OG from what I can see. Get in there! No, sorry, not big, huge celebrations from me on that one. Massive. Get in there. Oxford take the lead in this one. It wasn't great defending, I must admit, but a little bit unlucky. Elliot Lee with some quick thinking. He's gone for a really whipped in ball, and it's at the near post. The guy's tried to clear it, and it's kind of, he's got it all wrong. And he's headed it into his own goal. I don't think, have we had an own goal this season, Oxford? Have Oxford scored an own goal? Maybe we've had one, but it's been a while. We don't get many in a season anyway, do you? But as I said, hopefully Plymouth will get a nice cheap goal. Plymouth happily oblige. I do apologise to you Plymouth fans in there. Not a nice thing to see, and you were playing very well in the game, but Oxford certainly needed it. We'll bloody take it. We take the lead in this one. I think that deserves, if you haven't hit that like button, I think that deserves a like. And it deserves a massive super chat as well. But Oxford are in the lead, and hopefully we can build on that one, and hopefully the afternoon will be nice and comfortable, and Plymouth's enthusiasm for the game will hopefully deflate over time. But cracking for, yeah, well, I mean, it was a better finish than what like we've seen so far from the likes of Adji, Shadipo and Atkinson. So yeah, maybe we just needed a Plymouth player to give us a helping hand. And yeah, you did. You called it, Freddie. Keep the faith, guys, and thanks for the cover. Yeah, no problem. I'll pass that. Cheers, Jake. Thanks, mate. I'll pass it on to Tom as well. He can't be. He would know. He would be on here. He can't do anything if you've got to work, haven't you? Unfortunately, he has a job where he has to work Saturdays. But Oxford have a chance with Lee in the box now to make it 2-0. He's got it caught under his feet. He plays it back to Adji, but Plymouth crowd him out. I think he could have got a shot away quicker there. Tried to overrun it a little bit, and Plymouth cleared the danger. But now they've got a little dangerous counter-attack on now. And we've already seen they've got pacey players up front. Oxford need to get bodies back. Hopefully Moore can stand him up here out wide. Just stand him up. Don't do anything silly. Comes out wide again. They got the ball in the penalty area. Guy free on the edge of the box there. Got to get out to him before he can shoot. They do a good job. Oxford do a good job of shutting them down. But Plymouth can come down the other side now. But plenty of bodies back, but Plymouth got a lot of bodies up there as well. I think they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players in the penalty area if they can get the cross in. But they're kind of doing a bit of an Oxford, and it's all slowed down a bit, and they're all going back and all going back to start again, which sometimes you just think, just bloody get the ball in the box. But the centre-back, very similar size, aren't we? Centre-back marauding out from the back. Great bit of skill on the edge of the box, but overruns it with his little fancy little turn, and Sykes can come over and clear the danger. That looked like Ennis, I think, with a beautiful little turn, pirouette on the edge of the box, and certainly looked bloody dangerous when they come forward. Robert, as always, thank you very much for the super chat. That's wonderful to see. Just heard Charlton have a penalty. John Dunn keeping us informed on that one. Just gone a little bit behind on the chat while Plymouth scared the life out of me, so I will get back to the chat in just a second. But yeah, just say, Tom would normally be here, but he, what can you do? He would be. He's working. I'm lucky I don't have to work weekends. But I do have things on Tuesday night, which means I can't stream Tuesday. So what can you do? It evens itself out. But Oxford back in possession now. Let's have a look through this. Keep the save. Save heart. Yeah, I know. I tried not to be too gloaty and one-sided, but what I've seen, quite similar teams, aren't they? I mean, Plymouth like to play the football. Got players that like comfortable bringing the ball out from the back. Got probably got a bit more pace up front than us. Although when we've got Aggie with quite a bit of pace, but seems to me very, very skillful players, but the end product isn't quite there, which again is a thing that which Oxford United have been guilty of a lot this season. Change the score, yes, sorry, bloody hell. Bloody hell, I forgot all about that. I put this thing up. Thank you for reminding me. I'm on it now. I've got to find it. Oh, I did all my new fancy graphics, and then I didn't even change. Here it is! There it is. Oxford, I've got the goal in the onion bag. It's on there now. Let's get back to this. And, right. Change the score. I've changed it. Edwards scored the own. Edwards, right, okay, yeah. Penalty saved. Posh still. Wow, bloody brilliant. Go on the Posh. Long way to go. Yeah, there is a long way to go. But not as long as it was at the start of the game. There we go. That's a bit of philosophical knowledge for you there, Simon. Yeah. Right. I think we're all caught up on chat. 22 viewers in there. Jonathan Harris, Lice. There it is. Very biased opinions are moving up in the world. We've got fancy text on the screen. I'm just checking. Yeah, I have put Plymouth and I've spelt it right as well. I was thinking, oh my god, have I left it as Gillingham? But no, I have changed that one. And yeah, we're all in good nick. Yeah, exactly right, Robert. Just to, Oxford have had we've had a bit of luck because we've had our chances and haven't scored it. Plymouth have got the ball in dangerous areas and not created a chance, but very open game, enjoyable game so far as well. And I definitely wouldn't say Plymouth are out of this by any stretch. And I must say, if this has been the general level of play, I know you did have a really bad run at one point in the season, so I'm guessing that was pretty hard to watch. We've had a couple of shocking runs, namely very at the beginning. But if that's been the style of play over the season, I'm going to guess the Plymouth fans have been pretty happy with what you've seen from Ryan Lowe, because you look of all else, you look quite an enjoyable side to watch. What are we doing? Yeah, I could do. I'm not going to, though, put the 6-0 up just yet. We've got the one. We'll take the one. Right, love your shirt. Yeah, I say thanks for that. I'm rocking the old Ghostbusters. I did see that there was a tweet that went out on about some Oxford United Hawaiian shirt, really, really garish and horrible. And I was thinking I might buy that, and that might be my streaming shirt from now on. I might do. We'll see. I don't really own much Oxford United stuff, considering I do an Oxford United YouTube channel, which isn't very, very good, is it? But there you go. Jonathan, possibly. When it's me and Tom kind of takes the reins on the stream, and it is a little bit harder when you've got two images on there. You've kind of got to... he kind of uses the real estate, if you like, to put our ugly mugs up there. So there's not a huge amount of room for the graphics. But I could have a word with him and tell him to at least put the score on there. Put the logos, put the score, maybe make our heads a bit smaller. Because I think it's a nice thing. I think if somebody comes onto the stream, they can see exactly what they're looking at, other than just hearing my wonderful voice narrating the game. As Atkinson brings the ball out for Oxford, he's under pressure, has to go back to Brannigan. What do we think about Branners in this deep role then? As he plays a beautiful ball out to Aggie. Aggie with a chance to cut in now. It's not got many bodies in there. The cross is cleared. Come back out to Aggie again. Good ball in this time from Aggie. No one arriving. Good defending by Plymouth. Comes out to Shadipo this time. He's got a lot of players around him. Picks a lovely ball out. Is Sykes offside? No! But Sykes can't score. And then Shadipo comes in and takes the header off. What are we complaining about there? I don't know why Oxford are complaining. Again, overplaying by Oxford. Good chance by Sykes. Good save by the keeper. Came out. Shadipo ran in for the header as Taylor was going for a bicycle kick. Both of them were completely unmarked. If they actually bloody spoke to each other, one of them would have got a clear shot on goal. But unfortunately, it was Shadipo whose header went way wide. But good play again from Aggie and Shadipo. Sykes pulled off, made a great bit of space. Would have been a lovely goal for Mark Sykes if he'd have scored it. I'm sure Taylor will be annoyed. I don't know what Oxford are complaining about. Really on the Oxford have the ball again. Brannigan on the edge of the box, chance to shoot. He's not had his shooting boots on all season, has he? From those guys, Sykes and Brannigan, being the two main culprits, really, of not scoring goals. And as Brannigan puts that one into the car park, Plymouth can breathe a sigh of relief, and it is still 1-0 to Oxford United. And, right. MK Don's 2 up. Good. Swindon. Indeed. Oh, why the hell do we appear for a pen? Yeah, I don't know. That did look like two Oxford players just fouled each other, and it clearly was the case. I don't know why it was. That's over hit. That's going to go back to the goalie. Sykes is never. It doesn't seem like it, does it? Sykes, he's just not. I really had some high hopes for Mark Sykes this year that he'd get. He would. This would be almost a breakout season for him, and he'd get maybe up to 10 goals, do a bit of a Henry. Hasn't been the case at all, and obviously I guess that Robinson hasn't. The jury's out on that one. Some people will say Robinson did the right thing because Sykes has improved since coming back. Personally, I didn't think he did a lot wrong before he was ostracised for a little bit, but that is how the great man sees it. That is how the great man Carl Robinson sees it. Sorry if I was batting around like an idiot then. I got a fly buzzing around me, and it is annoying me. But Plymouth have the ball deep, clear it away into an area where Oxford should pick it up, but Plymouth are the ones that win it. Cheap free kick, and they probably would be annoyed they wouldn't be able to play advantage, but it is a free kick to Plymouth in their half. 39th minute of the game, creeping up to half-time, 1-0 to Oxford. What have we got going on here as Wigan draw level with Burton Albion? Not much of a shock there. I thought this one might play out to a draw. As Plymouth look to attack, that one should be headed by, yeah, it is, no way out of foul. And Ruffles loving that. They're loving that long ball out to Aggie, and it's working well. A great touch by Dan Aggie. Chance to run now. Chance to just kick and rush past the fullback, and he's done really well. And again, their fullback comes back. The guy we talked about earlier on in Law comes back, makes a very good tackle, and Aggie can't get away from it. He just gets that early burst of pace, but then Law comes back and gets a nick on him. That's a couple of times now he's gone back and stopped Aggie when Aggie looks like he's passed him. I agree with that totally, Neil, that Sykes looks a better player in centre midfield. I think he's wasted a little bit, and I'll get back to my Brannigan point in a minute. It's Brannigan on the ball with a chance to cross in acres of space. It's a free header for Taylor, and all he can do is put it right down at the goalie's feet, and Connors does really, really well. Cooper does really well to save it. It was straight at him, but Taylor should have scored. Really, it's another chance that goes begging for Oxford, and but a great ball in from Brannigan. He's given way too much time to pick that pass. If you're from being critical from Plymouth, but a great ball in. Taylor should score. Taylor should absolutely score that. It's a gilt-edged chance for our centre forward, and he's balls it up really there. He's hit the target, but he's hit it straight at the keeper. Oxford could be made to pay for this because they've had a few great chances they've had in this game that have gone begging. They could easily be 2-0 up. They're not to say Plymouth are out of it, have not been decent as well, but certainly Oxford look like they've got the beating of them, the beating of that defence anyway. What have we got? We'll get to it. We'll get to that. It's a good point, Robert. I hope. Right. My first thing is a question to you guys. Do you like Brannigan in this deep kind of holding role, or do you think that? And I know Goran's injured, and we've kind of been forced into it. Do you think that's when we're going to see him next season, or do you think that we're kind of missing out on what he can bring from an attacking point of view to the game, or do you think that we found his kind of niche there of being that kind of deep line midfield player, almost i.e. quarterback role? Because he's playing well at the moment. I just feel that there's more. I honestly feel he could play anywhere in midfield because he is our best midfielder. PJ Simpson, live bet over 1.5 goals in the first half. So, you're kind of cutting it a bit fine, PJ, if you're going to do that, aren't you? I mean, Oxford are letting you down a little bit there in terms of you getting that second goal. As Oxford come forward again, Aggie, once again, he's been in so much space. I mean, the amount of chances we've created through him, and you just think, why is Robinson not playing this guy from the start in virtually every game? He is a fucking handful. Apologies to swear. Sykes seems better in central. Yeah, will Sykes and Aggie be here next season? I hope so. I hope they'll both be here. I I think Sykes is getting game time now and he's starting, so I can't see why he wouldn't. I wouldn't be shocked if Aggie got frustrated and if someone was going to offer him a contract and say he'll play every week, even if he had to go down to League Two, he might be tempted away just because that guy should be in a starting 11, in my opinion. So, but I hope they both stay. I think we all wanted Trevor Kettle here, didn't we? I think that's kind of one of those things that doesn't need to be said, Simon. I think everybody wanted good old Trev. I think the number one proponent of that would have been Carl Robinson. Right, Oxford do give away a free kick this time, right on the edge of the box. That was close, straight at the keeper though. Brannigan scored a lot of goals at the start of last season, but then they tailed off as this season went on. I'd like to see how it continue. I'd like to see where he is for the time. Okay. So what you're saying is you'd like to see him still as that deep line player. He does look a lot when he's able to get the space on the ball. He's delivered some cracking passes this afternoon. Does that mean that you are wanting Goran phased out of the side? Are we moving past Alex Goran now? Or is he going to be the fall guy that goes at the end of this season? He's had this kind of mystery injury that's kept him out now. Which, if he's that injured to be on the bench, if he was that fundamental to Oxford's team, why is he not starting? Is he going to be someone that Oxford get rid of at the end of the season? Which would be a shame, but let's be fair. Stevens, easy catch. Good ball in, too high. And it was one of those ones Stevens could see all the way into the gloves, and Oxford can breathe a sigh of relief and hopefully take this one to half-time. Nearly half-time then, guys. Right, if you can, I say most of you have probably hit liked already and you're sick of me saying it, but it does help. And at half time, I'm just going to probably put my mics on mute. I'll stay on the camera, but I'm just going to nip off camera. Probably have a little break and come back for the start of the second half. And let's see what's going on. Not much. Ball down the line. Sykesy takes a tumble. Did he win a chip? That is a cheap free. That is a cheap free kick won by Mark Sykes. He almost looks apologetic as he lays on the ground there. That is I think the word cheap sums that up very nicely. Very unlucky. Maybe Oxford can force another own goal here. So, chance for Oxford to double their lead just before half-time. A second goal here now. I'm going to be bold and crazy and say it would kill off Plymouth in this game. I don't think they'd have a lot of effort in the second half. Well, let's see what we can do. Lee, who ball in, forced a mistake last time. Over the ball again. It's right onto the keeper, but it's over the bar. I don't know why Oxford have to appeal for that when it clearly was not touched by the goalie. That might be the last action of this first half. It is a 1-0 scoreline to Oxford United so far. So as we said at the start, the narrative was all Oxford can do is win. We are winning, and hopefully that will carry on into the second half. Simon, oh my God, we've got some obscure wrestling bants going on here. I asked what Enzo and Big Cass thought of Plymouth after the Charlton game. He replied, "Yeah, I like that. Soft." SAWFT. Right. Some bit of obscure wrestling banter for you there. I'm sure that'll keep everybody on the channel. But that is half time. I will be back soon. But as I said, I'm just gonna mute my computer and I'm just gonna slink off for a little bit and have a bit of a break. So, see you soon, guys. Love you. Squashy. I am back in the saddle. Second half's not started yet, so I'm just back a little bit early. We've had a super chat from the usual suspect, but I'll wait till everyone's back on the stream to see that. I'll wait to answer some of these questions when people are on there as well. Alright, let's have a look at some of my cheeky bets are doing in the world of football. Great entertainment, I know, but I am just checking a few. Well, there's not so many of you on here, and while it's half time, I'll just checking a few of the other scores. In fact, I'll run down some of the scores and let's go have a look at it. So earlier on today, we had Pompey beat Bristol Rovers by a goal to nil. That was an early Ronan Curtis goal, and that has sent Bristol Rovers down and puts Pompey right back in that playoff mix. We, as I was just talking, it's gone off the stream, so excuse me, we won that one. In League One, we've got Blackpool 0, Shrewsbury 0. That's a bit of a surprise. I thought Blackpool would have won quite an easy win for them, but struggling a little bit to get the goal in the back of the net. Charlton 0, Peterborough 1. Huge from an Oxford United point of view. If Posh can hold on to that one, that would be awesome. We definitely need Charlton dropping points. Crew Alex 0, Rochdale 0. Rochdale are the ones that need the win there, otherwise it looks like they're down. Doncaster 0, Fleetwood 0. Donny are the ones again who need the win, and they're not getting it, not finding it. Gillingham 1-0 keeps their playoff hopes alive. Oliver, what a player! Any chance we could sign him? I wouldn't mind signing Varn Oliver for next season for Oxford United. He's a bloody good target man and a pretty good finisher from what we've seen of him so far this season. But that looks like that's going to be Northampton going down. Ipswich 0. AFC Wimbledon 0. Wimbledon's fine run. Carrying on here, doing not behind again, holding their own against an Ipswich side who again just can't score for love nor money. Lincoln 0, Hull 1. Not really a surprise, and Hull find themselves going to be promoted, aren't they, tonight? That is promotion for Hull if they get that one. Not quite the championship just yet. Go on, Peterborough. But that is promotion for them. MK Dons 3, Swindon Town 0. What the fuck is going on with Swindon Town? They are a joke beyond jokes. We know Oxford are winning 1-0. Come on, you yellows. Sunderland 2-0 up. A good return to form from them. A couple of early goals from Charlie Wyke. He's been shining light this season in terms of goals. And Wigan 1, Burton 1. Not much of a surprise. Or both sides. Wigan still trying to forage away some points, but look pretty much safe. And Burton have got nothing to play for. Let's hope they have even less to play for when Oxford play them on the final day of the season. But result-wise, not too bad for the boys in yellow and blue. Let's see what, as the second half is about to get underway here, I'm coffeed up. So I'm nice and refreshed. The first thing I'm going to say is thank you to the family Alan. Thank you to my mother Christina for giving us £5. That is like my pocket money every week. So thank you very much for that. Do appreciate it. Yeah, important that we hold on to the win, Jake. Absolutely agree. Jonathan Heref, Wickham are level. He's done it. He's done the business just before half-time. Wickham do get that leveller. I'm just going to see who got the goal right now because I am curious. Jacobson. Good old Jacobson, eh? Jacobs, whatever he is. Maybe if he's a good boy, Jacobson, maybe he could head up the A40 a little bit, or M40 a little bit, and come and play for Oxford. Although he'd never get in above ruffles. Oh, Jonathan, he's been forced in to do some gardening, so he didn't even get to hear me to read that. But never mind, that happens, that's life, it's a nice day. I understand it, I'm grateful for anybody spending a beautiful day watching the football with me. So we are back now with the second half. I'm not aware if there's been any changes. I will just quickly have a look on that one. It doesn't appear so. But if they have, let me know. You're on the neat whiskey already. My goodness, is it that time of the afternoon? No, I'm saving it, saving it for maybe a little bit later. Hopefully when Oxford get. But Plymouth come into the penalty area, got away by Rob Atkinson, but it's come again to the number 10, who's got twist and a turn in. Can he get away from long? No, he can't. But it is going to be a corner to Plymouth, an early corner for them, causing problems again from wide areas, which they've done all through the game. That one was Meyer with a nice little run and came back to him again. He had a couple of bites to the cherry to get either a shot or a cross, and he couldn't do it. Long done well to stick with him, but Oxford have got to be clued on here. Don't want to give away anything soft like what Plymouth gave to us at the start of the second half. Good ball in, might be a bit overhit. Yeah, it is, but it looks like Plymouth might be able to keep this in. They do, but Brannigan across really well to keep that to just a throw in. But the pressure is still on here. As I take a little swig. Derby 1 up. Derby 1 up! Wow, shocker. Bury 1 up versus Wednesday. I'll tell you what, location-wise, in terms of games I can go to next season, depending on what you are allowed to go to, but if Lincoln don't go up, and then Sheffield Wednesday come down, and Donny is still down here, and Rotherham come down, and let's say Derby come down, there's quite a lot of little games in my little neck of the woods there I could get to and go and watch, so that's always good for me. Living in Lincoln as I do. Played back to Stevens. Oxford not really got going yet in the start. Slow starters sometimes, can't we, in halves? And it looks like we're starting this one a little bit jaded. And Plymouth come on to us again with a chance to cross from a wide area. It's played in low. And the guy's been able to turn in the box, and Brannigan can juggle it a little bit. And he's got time to volley it away, and Oxford clear the danger. But again, bit of a start one. Oswaldo Geraldo Hernandez Ochoa from Mexico. Wow, reaching all the way out to Mexico. I tell you what, of all the places I've been to in the world, I'd love to go back to Mexico, mate. One of the beautiful places, beautiful country, wonderful food. I'd love to go back there again. Whereabouts in Mexico are you from, mate? And 10 a.m. in the morning, that is very early to join me in the morning. Most people need at least a full morning's to wake up, clear the cobwebs before I enter into their life, and that includes my wife as well. So thank you for joining us. And Oxford finally get their foot on the ball in Plymouth territory, and but come straight out of it again to pass it along their back four to work way to the other side, and only for Sam Long to not control the ball and it run out for a Plymouth throw-in. So sloppy start from Oxford, but we haven't conceded. With 5 minutes, nearly coming up to 5 minutes gone in this second half, and it's not been great so far. MK, yep, I saw that. Rob's MK'd on 3 up. I did run through the League One scores, and that's a shocker. Is that Swindon down? Looks like we're going to stop for a head injury here, so we can talk about that. Is that Swindon down if they lose that today? Are they relegated? I think they might be. Give the chat a chance to answer that one, and we'll have a look. Check a few other things. Okie dokie. Right, let me just give you a little update. Right, I like to do a poll before every Oxford game, so let's give you a little update on that. 72. I like the way people vote after the result. I really find that funny as well. 72 votes in for this game. 68% of you thought it would be an Oxford win. 17% of you going for Plymouth, and 15% on the draw. A lot of people who backed the draw thought that Oxford didn't think Brannigan was going to play, but he did come fit in the end. And obviously with Henry missing and still with Barker out, a lot of people thought this one would be a draw. But so far, the U's are winning 1-0. As we come back onto our stream. There, now, not much. I mean, from an Oxford point of view, not much happened in the start of the second half, as it's been pretty slow. A special talk at half. Has he given him a special talk? Well, those managers' special talk: play better, run faster, work harder. It's like managers' team talks. I always find a little bit funny. It's one of those things in football that they say, "Oh, the manager must have given him a rocket at half time." It's like, it's the end of the day, it's down to the players, isn't it? The players have got to go out and do the business. It's just bloody words and bluster from the managers. They can make changes by making... They can do things by making subs. I mean, what do their words really mean on a match day? Swindon are down if they lose. Well, they have lost, haven't they? They ain't coming back from 3-0 down. They certainly ain't going to come back to win from 3-0 down. That is a miserable return to League One for that club that shall not be named, and as many people would like to say, forever in our shadow. And they will have to endure the delights of Harrogate Town and Barrow and Furness next season, while Oxford get to enjoy the delights of Accrington Stanley. Right, Elliot Lee. Oxford won the ball back high. Elliot Lee into the box, twisting and turning, but he's overrun it. And Matty Taylor, Sykes dives in on the goalie again. Sykes has got it in for this keeper. But again, I think a little bit of a chance of Elliot Lee. Good work, but overplaying a little bit there. I thought he had a chance to either shoot or cross it into Taylor. Sykes was on there as well, unmarked. I felt Elliot Lee overran that ball and in the end did well to make the chance, but in the end kind of cost Oxford the chance in the end. Should have done better with it, and Sykes dives in. Sykes, as he likes to do, dives in on the goalie. As we saw against Sunderland, he loves to diving on a lunging challenge, but no card on this occasion. And injured goalie means everybody can stop and have a water break and a bit of a calculated timeout. After I just say that managers' words don't mean anything. Strawberry hit it out the park. I'm lost. You're talking about Darryl Strawberry from The Simpsons. 5-0 to Milton. Oh my God. Simon, I'll tell you what. I don't have a lot of love for Swindon, as you can imagine. I'm an Oxford fan. I wanted them to stay up though, because I wanted to have the Oxford-Swindon derby. I think it's a great fixture for the calendar. It's one all the fans look forward to. It's guaranteed full house for both clubs whenever the game rolls around. So I would have liked them to stay up for that reason. But if they can't, then watching them crash and burn is a little bit funny as well. And let me tell you, if they had another bad year and they dropped down into the conference and had to suffer what we had to suffer, then who am I to grumble? But yeah, what can you say? What can you say? How you can't polish a turd, can you? And that's what Swindon have served up for a large part of the season. Apart from that last 10 minutes at the Kassam where they kind of turned it on. But we don't like to talk about that as Plymouth come forward again with a chance to come forward. Atkinson dragged out into the fullback position, which means that Long or Ruffles will have to be centre back. A chance. Atkinson still out wide now, out of his natural position. Can Plymouth take advantage of that? Atkinson really dragged out of position there and did a poor job, and Plymouth into the area, but Mark Sykes with a good block there. Good bit of tracking back by Sykesy. As I say, Atkinson was all over the place with his positional play there. Got completely done. He went inside, the player went outside, and luckily for Oxford, Plymouth overplay it and eventually kick it out for a goal kick, and we can all breathe a small sigh of relief. Yeah, I know you do. Exeter coming up. Exeter, they're in the playoffs, aren't they? So Shrewsbury are winning against Blackpool. Is that like they're playing Blackpool? Yes, they are. Wow. That's a bit of a big shock. We've obviously got Shrewsbury next week, so that's a big favour they're doing for us. Well, maybe this will be their last hurrah, and they won't. That'll be their last win of the season. They looked pretty poor when they played Oxford, but they'll be out for revenge for sure. So that's a good result for Oxford. I mean, I think Blackpool probably a little bit too far away from us, but Charlton still losing to Peterborough is good, as Oxford do force the ball back from Plymouth, but can't take advantage of it, and Plymouth do win it back and play a ball over the top, which we thought should have been won by Elliot Moore, but eventually gets tidied up by Brannigan, but eventually then goes straight back to Plymouth, who can run forward again and win a free kick on the just over the halfway line. So sloppy from Oxford, not been very good at the start of the second half, apart from that one bit where Lee got in. I don't think we played much football at all. It's been very scrappy, and Plymouth have been the side more in the ascendancy. And again, Oxford have the habit of this, of being a bit rusty of starting games in either half. Started the first half well, haven't started the second half very well. As Longy does a good bit of job, but then number 27, lovely bit of skill, cuts inside Aggie, and Plymouth try to build down the other side now. And Oxford holding him up in midfield at the moment. Still got the ball though. Let's see what we're doing. Yeah, I'd like Exeter to come up to Devon Club. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing, isn't it? It's like you kind of you enjoy watching them. You don't like them. You enjoy watching them struggle because it's funny. But in the end of the day, you do want those derby games are pretty special. Chance for Plymouth in the box. Can he? Looks like just couldn't turn, could he? He couldn't turn and get away and get a shot in. He's done well though. It's come. And again, Oxford just throwing their bodies on the line again. Is that handball? It's not been given. And Oxford, I think, have got away with one again. It's not been given by anybody. They're saying no. They're saying no to handball there. And I think Oxford have got away with a goal kick. But again, really stretched at the back, Oxford. Plymouth's number 10, I think it was. Again, I have to look up these names on the fly. There's Mayer in there again, playing very high. He's up there again, really high up. I think it was him. I might be mistaken. I don't think it was him actually, but it was their number 8, Edwards, the skipper. He found a lot of space and he got a shot in. It was Sykes again with another really good block, but Oxford couldn't clear it. Came back for another shot, which was blocked by Atkinson, and they peeled for handball. I've got mute on, so I don't know how serious of handball they took that, or whether it was dodgy. So if someone sees it and saw it differently, let me know. But it wasn't given. Importantly, Sykes is down injured now, so we get another break in play, and it's not been a good start to the second half for Oxford. Hanging on a little bit. And from what we've seen so far, you wouldn't be shocked if Plymouth do get this equaliser in this game. Oxford need to step it up a little bit and increase the intensity and be a bit better on the ball when they have it. They keep just giving the ball back to Plymouth and inviting them to play down. This referee, I've seen him before. People have commented on his... I shouldn't say it. I'm not going to say it. Because I can't talk. But people have commented on him in the past as well. Maybe not the fittest of referees, what people have said. But another water break on a fine afternoon in Oxfordshire. Yeah, Torquay are another one, aren't they? They've been long suffering, Torquay. They have almost... I'm amazed they're still around as a club in some respect, because they went down into below the conference, didn't they? And I think did they even fold and have to come back again? And I don't know, but they are up the top of the National League now and look like they're going to get back into the Football League. But again, yeah, would be good if they could get into the Football League. Anybody that's been down in the conference that was an ex-Football League club, we of Oxford fans, we know your pain. Of any things, I can't even remember. Have you been down there? I don't think Plymouth have been down there. Let me know. Plymouth, you haven't been down in the National League, have you? If they have, let me know. I don't think you have, but I might be wrong. We know your pain at the very least, and we know how horrible it is to be in that league, and how getting out every week is just like a relief if you win, and then if you get up, it's like you feel like your football club's reborn when you get back into the Football League. And I hope Oxford never have to go through that again, ever, because that was 4 years of absolute bloody torture being in the National League. Yeah, I didn't think you had. Who's your money on from League 2 to stay up after their promotion? Yeah, let's have a look. Who's the top of the... Let's have a look, Matt. Let's go through your... Unpick your question a little bit. Let's bring up League 2 as my... Right. Don't know about the playoffs because that's a bit of a mixed bag, isn't it? But I would imagine Bolton would be pretty strong candidates to stay up. I imagine Cheltenham and Cambridge. Cheltenham to go back down. I know they're top of the league, so it's weird. Cambridge to go back down, Cheltenham to stay up by the skin of the teeth. Bolton to be lower half mid-table. Too big club to be down there, aren't they? What the fuck are they doing in League bloody... What the hell are they doing in League 2? Bolton Wanderers. Another break in play, though, isn't it? Been very stop-start. Doesn't look good for Sykes. As Robert Allen says, doesn't look good for Sykes. No, well, he's all right now, isn't he? I think they've patched him up. Bit of magic spray. He seemed like he was jogging off all right. I'd be surprised if he doesn't come back on. But we have finally got the game restarted. There's going to be bloody loads of injury time at the end of this match, isn't there? Plymouth come forward again. One long ball down the middle, and they seem to be in behind. Atkinson trying to hold up their forward again. Comes out wide to number 10 for Plymouth. He comes into the box and shoots, but it hits Brannigan. Oxford done a really good job of blocking shots this afternoon. There's a number of times, umpteen times, we've seemed to have blocked the shot and kept Stevens safe in that regard. Don't actually think Jack Stevens has had a save to make, which is a credit to the way Oxford defended, but it does feel a little bit last ditch as a cross comes in again that is cleared by Rob Atkinson and goes out for a corner. And I was about going to say, where the hell is Lord Lucan? And then he appears. All eyes on Portsmouth and Charlton. It's going to be the last game of the season. Lord Lucan, where you been, sir? Where have you been? We've all missed you, but good to see you here for the second half. If anyone hasn't hit that like button, hit the like button. As I say, it helps us out. Plymouth with a ball into the box. Hopefully we're not going to get Lord Lucan cursing us here. Chance blocked again by Rob Atkinson, doing a good job of just kicking the ball into us. And Oxford scrambling the ball away, but they edge of the box, Plymouth win it back again. And again, Plymouth come forward. I mean, come on, Oxford, get your bloody foot on the ball and start playing some football. Ball down the channel. And again, Plymouth do some really good football to get in behind. One-on-one with Lee. Doesn't take him on, though. Comes out to number 10 again, who looks like he's got the beating. That was a good challenge by Sam Long, who looked like he was beaten there. But a good challenge back, wins the ball back. But again, it comes straight back. And Oxford just cannot keep the ball. And Plymouth just wave after wave of attack coming at Oxford United. Finally, Brannigan puts a bit of pressure on and wins it back. Really good play by Branners there. Throw in to Plymouth, but Brannigan setting the tone a little bit. Or is it a free kick? It looks like it might be a free kick to Plymouth, which is a little bit soft. But good intensity by Brannigan. Setting the tone there because... okay, fair enough. Good to see... because yeah, it's been all Plymouth in the second half. Apart from that one Elliot Lee breakaway where he overran it, it's been all Plymouth Argyle, and it feels like a matter of time before they finally able to get a shot and test Stevens, get a shot on target, and you wouldn't think it's going to be too far before they score. They come forward again, and Oxford just cannot get the ball off them at the moment. Doing a really good job of Oxford chasing shadows in this second half. On a wild juice chase, that is you, isn't it? That is you in a nutshell. Chasing the Egyptian goose. Did you find it? Scrambling away clear again. We get it clear to Ruffles. Shadipo coming back. Haven't seen anything of like Agi or Shadipo in this half. Really, Shadipo shouldn't really be on the pitch, really, should he? The Oxford should really looking to make that substitution. You've got Robbie Hall. You could bring him on. You've got Goran. You could bring him on. You've got Hanson. You've got options you could do here, Robbo. You've got Ford. Mate, I think Ford might be a better shout now other than Shadipo because he's not offering anything in this game. You could even switch Agi onto the other wings if you want Ford playing on the right wing. On the left wing, sorry. Or right wing, I don't know. But Plymouth forward again, number 10, smashing through. They've broken the lines. Chance! 1-1! It was coming. It was always coming. Wonderful goal from Plymouth. It looked like it was onside. And this is a disaster for Oxford. But they've only got themselves to blame. It's been an appalling start to the second half. And well played to Plymouth Argyle. You've got to say they've been keeping us under pressure for this whole second half. Oxford have not got going. And eventually the pressure has told... Fine work again. Mayer has been great, this number 10. He's ghosted past players. A fine ball in there. Number 21 for Plymouth is Ennis. And he is a lovely, calm finish past Jack Stevens. We've talked about Stevens hasn't had a save to make. He still hasn't had a save to make because he couldn't get anywhere near that one. Lovely finish. And from all I can say is... bollocks, but we got what we deserved from being pretty sloppy there. Yeah, now you're cooking. You absolutely are cooking in that one. And definitely deserve to be level. Oxford been poor in this second half. Need to win it if we want. Yeah, agree, Jordan. Yeah, hey, mate, nice to see you on the stream again. Definitely do need to win it if we've got any chance. But Sucker punched again. Not even sucker punch. We've been poor in this second half. Plymouth have deserved to be level. Are we going to get a response now? We've got Lee on the edge of the box who looks like he's overrun it, and then he hits a shot miles over the bar. But some intent finally from Oxford. So reactionary, aren't we, all the time? All the time it's always reacting to going a goal down or losing a goal. Why can't we start on that front foot instead of having to always lose a goal before the players kind of shake up and get going again? It's a again, I can't say it enough. Disappointing start to the second half, but I have to give Plymouth Argyle credit because not only are they outplaying us, but they play some bloody good football, and that goal was a very well worked goal as well. Swindon losing fight. Yeah, we've all talked about, we've all laughed a lot about Swindon. You need to update the graphic. I will update the graphics. Apologies, I'm a bit slow on that one. I will do it now. One little shiny goal for Plymouth. There you go. Plymouth have their goal, and it is authenticated by the Very Biased Opinions live stream. You know it's not officially a goal until I put it up there. But it is there now. Yeah, I've just done it. Just done it, Simon. As you will see, I just forget. Sorry. I think it's the first time I've had the graphics. I was excited about having the graphics, and then I forget to bloody update it for both goals. But better late than never, hey. Right, Oxford finally with Brannigan trying to spray a pass out wide. Lovely ball again. What a ball out to Aggie. Aggie one-on-one with the defender. Can he get past him? Dan Aggie to the edge of the box. Lovely ball into Sykes. Lovely ball into Lee, but just Plymouth getting back to get a toe in there and can clear it away. And finally, Oxford have woken up, and we can see some attacking, trying to put some pressure on Plymouth for once, instead of just like sitting back and defending. And Sykes has the ball out wide, trying to wriggle free, throw into Oxford. Only one clean sheet in 10 games. Yeah, don't keep a lot of clean sheets, do we? It's we went through a nice little run of keeping clean sheets, but we've been a bit sloppy in that regard. And a goal, crossed in, and a goal! Oxford are back in front now, though. It didn't last long. Matty Taylor is playing the saxophone as I speak. Oxford, frustrating as hell how we have to wait to go 1-1 before we start playing again. But we did start playing. It was a good move. Sykes, I think, got the ball right across the goal, across the 6-yard box, probably about 3 yards out to Taylor, and he did his best to miss it. It went in off the crossbar, but it is a goal for Matty T. Again, from a Plymouth point of view, it's quite soft, isn't it? It's a throw-in, Lee to Sykes, Sykes to Taylor, and all the hard work that they've done getting back into the game is undone. I don't know why I'm talking about it from a Plymouth point of view, but I know what I can do. Change that graphic. Because it is... Oxford have responded. It is 2-1 to Oxford United. A good game of football, and Oxford are back in the lead in this one. You must be pulling your bloody hair out, Plymouth fans. But Oxford fans will be delighted. Again, the narrative remains the same. We needed to win this game, hook or by crook, and we are back in the lead. And all signs looking to good, especially with Charlton still being 1-0 down. Rob Atkinson, massive run out from the back, takes it all the way up front. I mean, he's miles out of position, but he plays the ball into Aggie, who keeps the ball, who loses the ball, and now Rob Atkinson is miles out of position. Hopefully Brannigan's back there. Might be time for a tactical foul in there, but they don't, and it's played forward, but Ruffles does a good job of cutting through that through ball, and Oxford can bring... It's turned into an end-to-end game now, folks. Both sides looking good going forward. Sykes with a marauding run. Both sides really cutting through the thirds with attacking play. It's good to see. Shadipo with a good cross, but it's easily played away by Plymouth, and they can breathe and play it out from the back, but they can only play it straight to Branners, who gives it to Ruffles, and Oxford can come forward again. Ruffles with a marauding run across the middle. Aggie just kind of, it didn't stick for him for once, and he chips it over the top and rolls harmlessly back to Cooper in the Plymouth goal. So 2-1 with 20 minutes to go. 25 probably. It's going to be a good 5 minutes of injury time in this one, and there's been some injuries. Plymouth's keeper and Sykes both receiving treatment for a while. But Oxford come forward again. Brannigan marching through, gets to about 30 yards out, plays it out to Aggie again, who's one-on-one with a fullback, plays it in front to Lee. Was he offside? No, he's just onside. Lee with a chance to cross. It's a good cross. It's over hit, and it runs harmlessly out to Plymouth, who can clear the ball now and start to mount their own attack. But Oxford win it straight back. Much better pressing from Oxford since they've went 1-1, since they got pegged back to 1-1. Much better intensity about the Yellows. Certainly playing a lot more on the front foot now, but don't think this game is over. Aggie didn't keep that ball in, and it is going to be a throw-in to Plymouth, but much improved from Oxford United. Let's catch up on some of these chats that have come in. Okay. Anthony Booker, goal out of nothing. Well, that was unexpected. Yeah, it was unexpected, wasn't it? Matty Taylor, John William Adwire, waxing lyrical about Matty Taylor. Are the other results going for us? Well, Portsmouth won against Bristol Rovers. They played early. And Charlton are currently losing to Peterborough. So that result is going for us. And Charlton is the main one that we need to lose points today. As Plymouth do really well and bring the ball forward, and it's just players are just in acres of space. Both sides really over-committing with a high press, and it just means if you get beyond it, you've got a lot of space to run at the back line, and both sides are doing a good job of it. Plymouth now back in possession near the halfway line. Just everybody seems to have a lot of space out there. This is very much you have a go, we have a go. Mr. Allen, your saucier, direct hit on a Heinz fatty. Yeah, I don't know about that. But my wife says my wife likes me. How very dare you try beating my? We're trying. Derby 1, Birmingham 1, Lincoln 1, Hull 1. Is a good result for me personally, because I want Peterborough to win the league, because then I will win some money, son. Right, Aggie's won the ball high, plays it into Taylor, overhits it, and Taylor cannot get onto that ball. Very poor play from Aggie there. Seeing kind of the best and worst of Aggie in that little moment there. I had this finishing 2-2. You do never know. You would not back. I tell you what, I would not back against Plymouth scoring again in this game. Certainly just look very capable. I don't think Oxford are safe with 2 goals. I won't be happy. I won't start to. My heart rate won't come down until Oxford have got that 3rd goal. But it does look like some substitutions are going to be made now for the Yellows. I can see it looks like we've got Anthony Ford and Alex Goran about to come on. It is Elliot Lee and I imagine probably Sykes coming off. No, Shadipo. Aggie! Fucking hell, Carl Robinson. Got a week between games. Why? Aggie surely has got more in the gas tank than Shadipo at this point. I'm lost for words a little bit there. I'm a little bit annoyed about that one, I must admit. Right, we'll see if that works out, but I imagine that Lee will play on the... Ford will probably play... I don't know what he's going to do. We'll see how it plays out. Why take Aggie off? Been a constant threat all game. So we've got Sykes now playing out wide. Sykes has done really well. Good cross in. Nearly came to Shadipo at the back post, but Plymouth do just about get the ball ahead of him. But chance for Shadipo to run. The camera angle is shocking, but Oxford have won a free kick. I didn't see it. I don't think any of us saw it because the camera angle was terrible. Gorin for Lee, Ford for Aggie. I don't get it. I don't get that one at all. Aggie was playing much better than Shadipo was playing. It looked like that was the logical choice to make, but they didn't see it like that. And I didn't see... The guys got booked from Plymouth for that one. I guess it was a pretty bad foul. But I follow was the camera work was a bit shoddy on that one, I'm afraid. 21 people in the stream at the moment. If you can hit that like button, that helps us out so much. It would be one of my final shout outs for that regard. And if you have liked the stream and you fancy dropping a couple of quid, there is a super chat option available. Any donations are appreciated and they do keep the channel running. But if you just want to watch the stream and sit there and listen to me talking about it, that's absolutely fine as well. 2-1 to Oxford United, 76 minutes. A chance for Oxford to get the ball in the box with a free kick on the right. Probably going to be Anthony Ford taking this free kick. very, very tight to the byline, so not much opportunity. It's probably almost like a hockey short corner. And let's see what we can get out of this one. Got lucky with an own goal earlier on. Plays it short. Not sure this is the best option. Not sure it's the best option. Brannigan, that's offside, and it all comes to nothing in the end. Pretty much trying to be too clever when sometimes just a smashed in ball across the box does the job, as Oxford can attest from that first goal, which came from just a speculative ball into the box, which was headed in to the own net by the Plymouth player. But no, tried to be too clever, and in the end of the day just gave the ball back to Plymouth, who can come forward now. Poor subs. Les and Aggie were the only ones doing anything. Yeah. I thought Elliot Lee and Aggie were having good games. I was surprised they took them off. John William, nothing against Ford, but Aggie was hard. Yeah, I don't mind Ford coming on. I don't mind Ford coming on at all. I like Anthony Ford, but I think that the sub should have been Shadipo. He should have come on to Shadipo. You could have swapped Aggie onto the other wing if need be. Now we've got Sykes playing wide, because obviously Goran's come into the middle as well. Cardiff 2-1 up. Sorry to hear that. Let's have a look. What happened to my American sidekick? Well, first of all, faux American. He kind of American when he wants to be. So Jeff Cott's come off for Plymouth. Quite surprising. And they've replaced him. So they've taken off their league goal scorer. So I suppose we do that from time to time. We take Taylor off quite a lot, don't we, in games? But Oxford, long ball forward. Is that going to fall to Matt Taylor? He does well to bring it down. And Shadipo gets the second ball. Can Oxford get anything out of this? It comes through to Goran in a very high position, but he doesn't want to take a touch when he can win a corner. Tom is working, unfortunately. John William O'Dwyer. Unfortunately, he has a job where he has to work at weekends, and he couldn't be on the stream today. So on behalf of him, I apologise. I think Robinson starts next season, but jury. That's the thing, isn't it, Jordan? I think you're onto something there. I think there will be pressure on Robinson if we start badly for what, in my mind, would be a fourth season in a row under Robbo. Corner comes into Oxford. Bobbles around, and Oxford hit the bar. That was a golden chance. I don't know how Elliot Moore has fucked that up. It looked like he was slightly challenged. In fact, it is given as a corner, so a wonderful challenge from the Plymouth defender in there, because it looked like slack marking again, and it looked like Elliot Moore was just going to smash that in, but it is a good block, and it's hit the crossbar, and Oxford have got it behind for another corner though. But yeah, just going back to your point, Joel, it was. And John's come in with it too. It is 3-1 to Oxford. It is 3-1 now. We can breathe a sigh of relief. Matt Taylor, again, Plymouth's poor work from set pieces comes back to haunt them. It looked like it hit an Oxford player on the back, literally on the back. And it came through to Taylor, and he swiveled on it in front of the goalie and put it in. Not great commanding goalkeeper work there, and poor work from Plymouth really at the back. Yeah, I've got to say, that's a bit of a... that's Elliot Moore in there, who's... He's done well, Elliot Moore, actually, to be fair to him. He wasn't going to win the ball, but he's done well to keep it going, and it's gone forward, and Taylor's just been able to swivel it in. It's a soft goal from a Plymouth point of view, and I'm not having a go at you at all. I'm just calling it the way I see it. Oxford delighted, great. We needed it. We needed to win. So from that point of view, wonderful. 2 goals for Matty Taylor. He is a bit of a London bus when it comes to goals at the moment, doesn't he? He gets them in the little clusters. But now I can start to breathe a little bit easier with 10 minutes to go. Let's go back to that question about Robinson. Look, the jury will be out on Robinson if we start badly for a 4th season in a row. Because no doubt the bad start has cost us coming back at the back end of this season. I feel that even if we have a similar start to how we had this season, I just don't see the owners pulling the trigger on it. And that's the ultimate thing, Jordan, is that I think that the owners like him, and I think that he's got a lot of credit in the bank with them, and I can't see them pulling the trigger on getting rid of Carl Robinson anytime soon. I think more likely of him going to another job, although that doesn't seem that likely either anyway. Let's have a look at what we got. Come on, yeah, sorry Simon, it's not going your way, is it? unfortunately, Oxford have pulled away in this one with 10 minutes to go. Free kick to Oxford, no chance to get the ball into the box. We're doing a bit of a Gillingham this afternoon, aren't we? Oh, God, marking is... Yeah, that was another free effort for Atkinson. Then I can't stress that this isn't the best defensive display I've seen. Again, a Plymouth player seemed a bit bundled off the board. Probably fouled him, to be fair, but Atkinson had the shot. But the Plymouth player did get the block. A lot of people just saying, well done, 3-1. Simon Wilkins telling me to sod off. No, I won't. Jordan, Robbo's doing a really good job considering the budget. That's a good, damn fine argument to make on the flip side of that, John. That we have had to sell players. He's talked about, hasn't he, that we can't really afford, if we want to have a good push next season, if we don't get in the playoffs this season, we can't afford to be selling the likes of Brannigan, the likes of Stevens, the likes of Atkinson or Moore. So yes, he does always have that to deal with. In Robbo, we trust. Yes, another SWFT. Nice little callback to Enzo and Cass there. I would do the hand motions, but to be honest, I've forgotten them. Do you mean when we're in the... Yes, Rob, of course I mean when we're in the Championship. We want to get rid of Robinson, bring in Wayne Rooney, because that is the ultimate... Or Big Frank. Maybe get Frank in to manage Oxford as well. Yep, thank you, Simon. We really did need the win. It still might not be enough, as I said, but all we needed to win this game this afternoon by hook or by crook. And I would say I don't know why it took us to go 1-1 before we started playing, but at that point you guys looked really good value for it. And just from that point, Oxford have kicked it up a notch, and I don't understand it, but it's been a bit of a story of the season. Graphics, sorry, yeah, graphics, I am sorry. Thank you, Robert. There we go. It's not official until Very Biased Opinions makes it official, and I've just made it official. And there we go. We are officially 3-1 up now. And we can all sing a merry little jig. Oh, I've got a message come through. This is professional, isn't it? Like I am bloody professional. Oh, not good. It's on the National Lottery telling me I can win 12 million tonight. Right, Plymouth look like it. The quality of the play's just gone a little bit. I mean, that was a ball, quite an easy cross-field ball that would have found the man earlier on in the game, but the Oxford have gone into game management mode a little bit and can just take their time with every throw-in, every free kick, every set piece. We don't need to force the pace of this game. It is kind of we don't want Plymouth to score. I know some of you do, but from an Oxford point of view, we don't want Plymouth to score again. To make this one even remotely close, we want to just see this one out with a nice comfortable 3-1 win, and we will pick the bones out of that one. And we still, if someone could give me a little update, I can do a little update myself because we're just twiddling around with the ball. Let's just do a little update on the scores in League One, shall we? Okay, as Oxford bring the ball forward with Sykes had a good game, hasn't he? Sykes not finishing's still a bit wayward from Sykesy, but I think his performances have improved a lot this season as it's gone on, and I think that he's starting to contribute a hell of a lot more. He looks like he's got his confidence is up and his touch is back. I thought it was a good performance from Sykesy today. What do we got here then? Still Blackpool 0, Shrewsbury 1, Charlton 0, Peterborough 1, which is good news. Crewe 0, Rochdale 0, so I think Rochdale are heading down tonight. Doncaster 0, Fleetwood 1, so shocker for Donny continues. It looks like their playoff hopes finally put to bed. Gillingham 2, Northampton 1, so Northampton giving themselves a sniff, although they probably need to come back to win this game. But we know that Gillingham have a habit of blowing a 2-goal lead in the final throes of the game. Ipswich 0, AFC Wimbledon 0, Ipswich... What is going on? The season is meandering to a crawl and has done for a while for them. So it looks like if we stay in League One, we'll definitely be playing Ipswich Town. Lincoln won, Hull won. I had a feeling Lincoln might draw this game, which again is good news for me because I want Peterborough to win the league. I had a feeling Lincoln looked really solid. And I tell you what, if we're in the playoffs, they'll be a hard side to beat. They will be a hard side to beat. Oxford 3, Plymouth 1. I've missed a score there. I'll come back to it. Sunderland 2, Accrington Stanley 2. They're doing their usual business, Sunderland, of blowing leads and getting points from the jaws of victory, like they normally do. 2-0 up in this one. Accrington Stanley have pegged them back. Aki, just wonderful, aren't they? Just a git of a football club that keeps on just defying the odds over and over again. Wigan 1, Burton 1, which will do both sides no harm whatsoever. Stevens clears the ball. Luckily, it just got over the Plymouth player, and Oxford has scrambled it away from a throw-in. Still not over it. But the funniest one is coming out of Milton Keynes, where the MK Dons are leading Swindon by not just a goal. Cross in, no one there. Oxford can clear it from Ruffles. Not just one goal. No. 5-0. To Milton Keynes, which is almost certainly going to send Swindon down tonight. Matty Taylor wins the ball up high. He's isolated, but he's done well to hold on to it. Has he overrun it? He's done really well, actually. Comes out to Ford, who can shoot from distance. Great hit from Ford, but straight at the keeper, who can bring it away. Coming into the 88th minute of this game, looks like we're going to stop for another little injury break, so we can talk a bit more about this Swindon one. Will Grigg with 4 goals for the MK Dons. What a result for them. To Town. Shocking, really, from Swindon, isn't it? They had a miserable season, and they've been miserable all year, to be fair. And who's going to miss them? Well, I don't know. Maybe someone will. Let's have a look. I don't want Frank Lampard, says Jordan. He's a Tory and he doesn't have a heart. Well, at least you're leaving politics out of it. Just need to slow the game down. Absolutely right, Robert. Just need to take the sting out of it and see the game through now. When Oxford could go up, we could get Jose. We could get Jose. I know my brother Robert would love it if Jose Mourinho was our manager. I'm not bitter. I hope Oxford take Charlton's place. Thank you, Simon. That's great. Thank you for being here this afternoon. We will see. It's been. You've had your chances. Both sides have had their chances. Just Oxford have taken theirs, and you did give us a bit of a help with the first goal. I don't think we're going up. Yeah, I mean, that's it. Again, the overall message is Oxford had to win the game today. They've got to win the remaining 2 games against Shrewsbury and Burton just to give themselves a chance. All we can do is win. So we just got to be happy that we win and just see where the lay of the land falls at the end of the season. You probably might be right with that one, John. How does Sunderland keep messing? I don't know. It's rooted in their DNA, isn't it, to be self-sabotaging? Unless we play them, and they seem to never lose. Have to say that would be awesome. What if we had Jose as manager, or if we had Frank as manager? How much money do clubs lose being relegated? It depends on league to league. I don't think there'll be as much. Do teams get parachute payments if they drop down from Leagues 1 Championship to League 1 and League 1 to League 2? If anyone knows that, let me know. Because they might. I think something in the back of my mind that they might do, but it wouldn't be a lot. And then obviously you lose out on TV. There's not as much TV money or money from the Football League if you're playing in a lower league. So you do lose out in that regard. And it's just little things of like you could be stuck with like players on a high. You could be stuck with like players on a high wage bill. You're limiting yourself with the players you can bring in if you're in a lower league the next season and stuff like that before. So it's not always a guarantee that if you go down you bounce straight back up, because it's usually you're down because the poor habits from the season before can sometimes take a while to shrug off. Not so much a team like Hull who have done a great job of bouncing straight back up. I prefer we keep Robbo for now. Robbo, maybe Robbo will go to Spurs, and we'll get Mourinho. But 6 minutes of injury time has been added on. I think Oxford should be able to see this one over the line. Thank God Oxford didn't keep trying to bid for Grigg. Yeah, I know that would have only been 1-0, wouldn't it, in that case? And we'd have been left paying probably £3 a week to a player that would have had just as much impact as maybe Windler's had. If Jose shows up at Oxford, I'll support. I don't believe you. I think you'll find another club to support other than... You're probably Oxford City. What about Oxford City? Don't say Swindon. Oxford City. As Taylor keeps the ball in the corner now. No urgency. Doesn't look like he's urgent. Although he does play it inside. Although you'd think he'd be in the box trying to sniff away that hat-trick for Matty T. He looks quite content to just be out wide. Plays it ball in from Sykes, but Plymouth crowd it out. Oxford are in the right area of the pitch. Swindon going down, and a party slogan from Ollie Hunt. Simon Wilkinson says he fancies Cheltenham to get promotion. Well, they've got a damn good shout, haven't they? I mean, they're there. Albeit if they don't get promotion this season, they've kind of balls it up from where they are now. Because I think there's a decent gap between whoever's in fourth place. I think it's just a matter of who wins the league, isn't it? Between Cambridge, Cheltenham, and Bolton. Up to fifth, but it means nothing with those. I mean, it means what it means. I mean, the games in hand. You've got to win your games in hand, haven't you? I mean, we will see Charlton it puts pressure on them to win their game on Tuesday night, and as we go back to say, all Oxford could do was win the game, and they've won it. So, from an Oxford point of view, let's give credit to them for that, and not worry too much about the ifs, buts, and maybes of what other teams are going to do. Alfie Potter playing for Oxford City now. Don't know how he's getting on. Hope he's doing well. I did like him in Prisoner of Azkaban. Of only Henry had not been an idiot. Look, I'm going to say this right now. We've touched on this. It is. As Oxford are in the box now, Taylor tries to... Plymouth players run away from him rather than tackle him. And Oxford just wind this one down the corner. Look, it is frigging hard to keep your hands by your side when you're on the goal line and you the ball's going in the back of the net. It's an instinctive thing. It's not like he made that rational decision in his head and thought, I'm sticking my arm out here. It's an instinctive thing. He's done it. Loads of players have done it down the year. It's bloody hard to, I've done it at a youth level and it wasn't even a hard hit shot. It was a slow looping ball and I jumped across the goal to stop it from going in because I just saw the ball and I didn't want it to go in. And luckily it was it was one of the dads refereeing, so I didn't get sent off. But so to blame James Henry is bloody harsh. It's just one of those things that happen. It's unfortunate, but I would say that it's And of course, in hindsight, he would say, I wish I kept my hands by my side. But it is so hard to not just go with your instincts in that one. So give him a bit of a break. Right, only Henry. Keeps the pressure on. Okay, Ian, thanks for the positivity. I heard Alfie is doing well. I hope so. I remember I met him once, shook him by the hand for the playoff final goal. Plymouth come forward. Can they get it back to 3-2? No. Ruffles shuts the door on that one. Hull are beating Lincoln, so it looks like Hull. Damn it! I needed Hull to drop points there if I got my chance of getting Peterborough winning the league over the line. Huge fan of the channel, Ethan Hawkins. Love the content, guys. Hope you get promoted. Thank you, Ethan. Thanks very much. As Plymouth have one final... throw of the dice forward and a header flicked wide, and Stevens is not in any rush to take that. 3-3 for Sunderland now. Unbelievable scenes. Your team played well. Better team won. Yep, thanks Simon. Thanks for being here, mate. At the end of the day, thanks for spending your Saturday afternoon watching the live stream with me and watching it with our channel, and we do appreciate it. I mean, it's only game football at the end of the day. And who knows, if Oxford don't go up, we can all come back and play each other next season. Keep the pressure. Yeah, that's it. Exactly right. John, just got to keep the pressure on the teams in hand. And other than that, I think we're winding this one down. Right, let's do this a quick little thing. Right, so when this game ends, which it will do in a second, we will be doing a review. And as Thomas will not be here, we will be inviting the ever capable substitute my brother Robert will be joining me on the review of this one. So check that one out. It will be on the channel later on this evening. And for once, I get him on a video when Oxford have won a game instead of him having to moan about them losing it for once. But no doubt he'll have his gripes. No, I don't think he will. So, yeah, check that one out. And just a little thing as well. Just really appreciate you guys coming on. I know it's a bloody nice day and the season's winding down. And, you know, just any of you choosing to spend it watching the Very Biased Opinions live stream is very much appreciated. And thank you to the super chats that we did have in today as well. They do mean a hell of a lot. And just one little shout out to just try and prostitute myself one final time. If anyone does want to drop a couple of quid, we're more than appreciated it, because it has finished Oxford United 3, Plymouth Argyle 1. That will do the business for us today. Thank you, PJ, for being on here. Great stress-free call-in. Enjoy your weekend, folks. Enjoy the sunshine. It's an Oxford United victory. Hallelujah. We're back in the winner's enclosure, picking up the champion's purse, if you want to get wrestling about it. And I'm going to jump off and end the stream now. But just once again, thanks very much. And check out the videos on the channel, as always. And I'll be back. Will now be back next week for another live stream. But you can check out all the other content soon. And yeah, thanks very much and goodbye.